Hey everybody, it's Lauren and I'm back with another video. And I want to ask you a question. Have you ever stood up for yourself or maybe responded to somebody, to something maybe someone was saying to you in a way that, was like forceful, not necessarily mean or nasty, but forceful and standing up for yourself, but then immediately felt the need to go back and apologize to that person or to make sure that you hadn't hurt their feelings with what you said or how you responded? Well, that's happened to me a lot. I grew up in one of those households where, or even, not even just in my household, but in general, my upbringing was one that children were not necessarily supposed to speak up for themselves. We didn't really have a voice, and we kind of grew up also in this very strict religion that didn't allow us to necessarily stand up for ourselves. Whatever we needed to do was basically told to us, and we didn't have a whole lot of choice behind it. And so then as I grew up and got older and started getting out into the real world, and dealing with people and their attitudes and the way they spoke to me and stuff, a lot of times I would take a lot of things from people that most other people I would assume would not. And I think just as women in general, we're often suffering from that disease to please and trying to make sure we're not hurting anybody's feelings and stuff. And that's why sometimes too, when you're out and you kind of sense that something's wrong, you may downplay that because you know that you might hurt someone's feelings or whatever. And last week, I had something like that happen to me where I kind of stood up for myself and, asked some questions about something that I was expecting and waiting for that hadn't come. And then immediately I felt like after I had sent the email that I needed to then go back to that person and make sure that my email hadn't somehow hurt their feelings or that they weren't necessarily feeling that I was this, mean and nasty person. Now, if you know me, I'm one of the most diplomatic and nicest people that you will ever meet. And so the chances of me having hurt the person's feelings are probably very small. But there was still this overwhelming need that I felt to go back to him. But then I was like, girl, don't you go back over there and apologize, for standing up to yourself, for yourself, and for asking the questions that needed to be asked about something that you were requiring or needing to make sure that your work was done properly and things of that nature. So, it was almost like I had to give myself like a slap, like, girl, you better get it together, and like, what are you apologizing for? And so the moral of this video, or the theme that I want to put forth, is, girl, please stop apologizing for standing up for yourself, for looking out for yourself, for asking the questions that need to be asked, for asking for the things that you want in life. Stop apologizing. You do not have to apologize. Unless you're hurting somebody's feelings or doing something in a malicious or for a malicious reason or something like that. But other than that, if you are standing up for yourself and asking for the things out of life that you want or that make you happy or that you need to thrive and survive in this world, there is nothing to apologize for. And that's one of the things that I'm trying to learn myself. Sometimes I think about how I'm always so busy worried about other people's feelings and how they feel about something I'm going to say or something I'm doing or whatever. And I often think about it, I'm like, well, are these people worried about my feelings when they say and do whatever they want to me or about me or whatever? No one tends to coddle me or make sure my feelings aren't hurt or come back to me after they've said something nasty or something that was inappropriate and come back to me and say, well, you know what, Lorena, I'm sorry about that. People don't coddle me, so why is it that I'm so worried about other people's feelings all the time? Now, obviously, I'm not saying that if you are doing something wrong or if you are coming across in a nasty way or you are treating people in a rude way that you don't need to apologize. But if you're just standing up for yourself or making sure that if you're being turned down for something, that you're understanding the reasons why, or you're asking the questions that need to be asked in order for you to then go ahead and move on with the next thing, then those things that is no reason for you to apologize. So girl, please stop apologizing, stand up for yourself, and make sure that your one job in life is to make sure that you get the things that you want and need. And the only person that's going to advocate for you more than you, there is no one that's going to advocate for you and the things that you need out of life more than you. And so that's your one job in life, is to advocate for yourself and make sure that you get the things that you need to survive and thrive. So don't apologize. Survive and thrive. Get the things that you need, ask for them, and don't even give it a second thought. No more apologizing. Okay? We are entitled to live in this world and be in this world and do and get what we need out of it. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next video. And this does apply to your dating life. If you're out there dating and you want a certain thing from a man, if you want a real relationship, or you want to, whatever it is that you want out of the relationship, you're entitled to ask for it. And he's also entitled to say no, but you are definitely entitled to ask for the things that you want. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy dating, everybody. Bye-bye.